How many times have women left their partners for a flashy alpha guy, thinking she hit the jackpot? And how many times have they regretted that decision afterward? They are now single, but not by choice. Many women have realized that Sigma men are their missing puzzle piece, but it's often too late by the time they do. While alpha males may seem like the ideal partner, the truth is that they usually come with a lot of baggage and their charm can quickly fade away. Sure, they may be attractive and confident, but they can also be controlling, arrogant, and even selfish. Sigma men are not as flashy or popular as alpha men, but have a quiet confidence that is irresistible to many women. They are overlooked because they stay under the radar and don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. So why do more and more women still want Sigma men after losing them? 1. Supportive but not controlling. One major thing that sets Sigma men apart from other men is their innate ability to support without attempting to control. They're the kind of men who will stand by a woman's side, cheering her on, without needing to manipulate or steer her choices. You won't catch them trying to micromanage or dominate their woman's life. Sigma men believe in their woman's abilities and give her space to do her thing. There are some guys out there who mistake control for care. They're quick to impose their views and dictate the terms, usually under a misguided notion of protecting or guiding their woman. But such control can be stifling, and she often feels suffocated or confined, like a bird in a cage. While Sigma may offer guidance and advice, it's never forced. He respects her autonomy and understands that she is capable of making her own decisions. He doesn't feel the need to constantly monitor or restrict her actions. This level of trust not only allows her to blossom and grow, but also makes her feel seen and respected in the relationship. And when he's gone, she may realize that not all men are cut from the same cloth. Sure, plenty of men offer support and encouragement, but it's rare to find someone who does so without trying to control or influence in some way. 2. The strong yet gentle balance. Sigma men are the perfect balance of strength and gentleness, like the perfect blend of coffee. Strong enough to give you that kick, yet smooth enough to be enjoyed slowly. These men are as tough as nails when they need to be, stepping up and taking responsibility, dealing with challenges head-on. But they can switch gears and be as gentle as a calm sea breeze when the situation calls for it. If she is facing a difficult time, an alpha may attempt to forcefully handle the situation, urging her to get over it, or even disregard her feelings entirely. A Sigma will sit down, listen, and offer his silent strength. He's there not as a fixer, but as a pillar of support. He knows when to step up and take charge, but he also knows when it's time to sit back, listen, and provide a comforting presence. This balance isn't a walk in the park. It's like being a rock and a feather at the same time. Strong when you need to stand your ground, and gentle when you need to float with the wind. It's a rare balance, and women are starting to appreciate its value, especially after dealing with the extremes of other men. And when they lose it, they feel the void. It's like losing that perfectly balanced cup of coffee you've become accustomed to, and being forced to drink watered-down, tasteless Joe. She will feel the regret, but it may be too late to get that perfect blend back. 3. A different kind of love. In a world where everyone is chasing someone else's idea of love, the Sigma man offers something different. His love isn't flashy or showy, but it's deep and genuine. He doesn't need grand gestures or constant reassurance to show his love. It's simply there, persistent and true. He may not fit into traditional relationship roles, but that's part of what makes him so alluring. His love is unique and tailor-made for the woman he chooses, never cookie-cutter or generic. Losing this kind of love can be hard to come back from. It's not easy to find someone who loves with such depth and sincerity, without expecting anything in return. Women may find themselves going through the motions with other men, but deep down, they know it's not the same. They may even compare their new relationships to the one with Sigma, which says a lot about his impact on their lives. 4. His rock-solid loyalty. Since he doesn't have many friends, the ones he chooses hold a special place in his life. He doesn't take these connections lightly. They're built on trust and genuine bonds. This intentionality extends to his romantic relationships. When a Sigma chooses a woman, he stays committed and loyal, never playing games. He's not interested in short-term flings or playing the field. When he chooses someone, it's because he sees a true connection and potential for a long-lasting partnership. This level of dedication and loyalty is something many women crave, but often struggle to find in other men who may be more focused on their own egos and desires. Unfortunately, sometimes women don't realize the rarity of this trait until they've lost it. They may have taken his loyalty for granted and didn't fully appreciate how valuable it was until it was gone. While not only Sigma men possess this quality, it's one of the defining characteristics that make them so special and missed when they're absent. 5. The LowKey Charm. These men are usually overlooked and seen as shy guys, yet their low-key demeanor is precisely what makes them so alluring. They don't need the limelight to validate their worth. They're comfortable with their own company and pursuits. This subtle charm intrigues women, triggering an irresistible desire to uncover the depths of their mysterious nature. The Sigma man doesn't need to constantly prove himself like an alpha, and that laid-back attitude is a really attractive quality. Bragging and showing off is not their style, and that's something many women come to appreciate and miss once they're gone. This quiet confidence can be incredibly appealing to women tired of being with men obsessed with their image and public perception. While an alpha may be charming for a short period, a Sigma's natural charisma is much more sustainable. 6. Low on drama, high on harmony. While many men are busy stirring up drama and chaos just to show who's boss, the Sigma man avoids drama like the plague. He's not one for confrontations or causing unnecessary tension, and that's something many women come to appreciate. He values peace and harmony, avoiding conflict as much as possible. But when necessary, he can handle conflicts calmly and rationally. These men are not about stirring up trouble or fanning flames. They're more about keeping things calm and collected. In a world where drama is glorified, the Sigma man's low-key approach is like a pail of water on a burning fire. It not only extinguishes the flames, but also adds a soothing element to the situation. After dealing with other guys' drama and emotional outbursts, she will immediately miss that calming presence when he's gone. 7. A rebel with a heart of gold. He may not be the bad boy type that society usually glamorizes, but he's a rebel in his own right, defying societal expectations and creating his own path. The Sigma man may seem like a quiet outsider, but he's actually standing in the shadow, observing and taking in everything around him. And when a woman gets to know him, she realizes that she's found someone who is unapologetically himself, something that's becoming increasingly rare in today's society. While Sigma men may not be loud or flashy or have mass appeal, they do have a certain appeal that is undeniable. What makes them so intriguing is their ability to go against the norms and live on their own terms without seeking validation from others. This rebellious streak is something that many women find interesting, especially when it's coupled with a kind and compassionate heart. He's not afraid to stand up for what he believes in and has a strong moral compass, but he also has the empathy and compassion to see things from others' perspectives. This combination of strength and sensitivity is what makes women miss the Sigma man after he's gone. 8. Authenticity at its finest. Sigma men don't put on airs or pretend to be someone they're not. They don't chase the latest trends or seek approval from the crowd. They just do their own thing, and they own it. This is not the common authenticity that's sprinkled with a bit of pretension here and there. We're talking about pure, raw kind of realness. What she sees is what she gets. Many guys might put on a good show at first, playing the part of the authentic lover, But as she peels back the layers, she might find a man who's more invested in maintaining a facade than being his true self. A stark contrast to the Sigma man she left. The Sigma man doesn't change who he is to fit a mold. He's not a chameleon shifting colors based on how people perceive him. He's more like a sturdy oak tree, standing tall in his truth whether it's sunny, raining, or storming. While some women may find comfort in the predictability of other men, there's something intriguing about a man who is unapologetically himself. 9. A true listener. Listening is a lot like a lost art these days. Everyone wants their voice heard, but how many are ready to sit back and lend an ear? Sigma men are like a rare breed who truly get the power of silence and prioritize understanding over being understood. They don't just hear words, they listen to the pauses between them and tune into the unvoiced thoughts, the unshed tears, and the unsaid feelings. The Sigma man doesn't interrupt and doesn't judge. Like an old tree soaking up the sun, he just listens silently, patiently, and selflessly. After losing him, she might find herself longing for those quiet moments of understanding. She might search for someone who listens without judging, someone who is fully present and interested in what she has to say. 10. The rare gem in a sea of mediocrity. Sigma men are like a well-aged scotch in a world of cheap liquor. You really start to appreciate the depth and complexity once you've had a taste. While every other guy is trying to be the loudest in the room, the Sigma man stands at the bar, calmly sipping his drink and observing. He's not trying to impress anyone. He simply is. That's an incredibly rare trait in today's society, where everyone's trying to outdo each other with judgments and flashier appearances. The Sigma male is not the type of guy who's going to be the clown of the party or doing anything for attention, but he's the one you'll find in the corner, having a deep conversation with someone, or simply observing the world around him. Women may first flock to the more flashy, outgoing alpha guys, but once they experience the empty banter and superficial charm, they begin to see Sigma as a rare gem amidst a sea of mediocrity. It's like when you finally discover a hidden gem of a restaurant after years of going to popular, overhyped places. You realize that true quality and substance are not always obvious on the surface. It lies in simplicity, not flashy appearances. Once a woman lets Sigma slip through her fingers, she often regrets it. When she's stuck listening to another alpha's ego-driven monologue, she'll start to miss that quiet, introspective guy who always knows the right thing to say.